got it. Like I said, I'll be back and forth, back and forth. So, hey, just bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. I said, bear with me. Right? What? So he's a Gatorade now. It's like Mom Dude's Gatorade. Slow Boy Whiteboard, how's it going? Haven't seen you in a long time. So I'm letting this live stream play for a little bit longer. Let it play longer so I can get into depth. Haven't seen you all in a long time, and there's a reason for that. Big reason. I know where it shows that there's people on here or not on here. If you're on here, let me know so I can start within the next 10, 15 minutes because that's how long it actually takes to start towards everybody gets here. You're funny, you try to distract me. It's funny, I got my daughter in the background trying to distract me. Yep, I did purposely. Yep. Hmm. I know. We are. We're gonna get everything prepared. Tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. You don't have to whisper. You can talk. What? Tonight? Yeah, we can do after I'm done with the live stream.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that as our live stream.
Who's that? What?
Nothing.
I think you could think me crazy. Ew. I don't want to.
All right, so like I said, we're gonna start in the next 10, 15 minutes. And there'll be some questions and answers, but the whole thing that I wanna talk about will be in the beginning of Genesis. And you're probably like, oh, I heard it many times. I've heard it many times, but you have not heard it like this. I get very intricate, so we'll go deep. Get ready for it. There's gonna be 2 parts to this. It's very interesting. I'm just going with the beginning, maybe a couple verses down. I'll stop right there and hey, I got a very good point on it. And those that are probably listening is like, oh, I got an idea what he's about to talk about. So it'll be next 10, 15 minutes. I know there's others that are watching that might be on a different timeline, different, not timeline, but different time zone. I get that. But if you get on here, let me know. Go on here and just drop a comment. Let me see you guys on here. If I have even my moderators on here, I want to see my moderators on here. Okay. What the heck is that? Okay. Anyways, how's everyone doing tonight? 6:36 p.m. California. Anyone outside of California, give a thumbs up. Anyone outside of California. If you're from Europe, give 2 thumbs up. Like I said, I have not done any type of live stream, anything like that in like 2-3 months. I got so just like, there's a whole story on that. I can get into depth but not yet, because I want to get into the topic. The topic is actually some good meat, some good meat. So if you're here, not just staring at me, go to the comments, implement a comment, let's talk, let's go, because in a second I'm about to, actually 10 more minutes, I'm going to get into the whole topic. And I know when you hear, oh, he's going to say something about the Bible. Yes, but when I talk about it, it's something that you probably have not heard about the way it's explained. And then you'll probably have people drop off like flies, because flies only live like maybe 2 to 3 weeks, and then they, that's what happens. Here we go. Let's get it. I'm waiting for your interaction so I could begin my live streams. Where you guys at? I see 8 people on here. Go in the comments, drop something. Let's go. Let's get it. I need to know who's in here. I need to know who's in here. How's it going? If you guys been to my live streams, let me know. If you've been to the live streams, you guys already know what it's all about and what I'm going to talk about. You guys already know. If you've been to my live stream, let me know. If you've been to the live stream, say, hey, I've been to the live stream. So as you guys can see, I went from one room that had all my studio stuff in, and I went to another room. So how that works is that I'm starting everything anew. I'm gonna put all my computer, everything over here, my studio stuff over on this section. So it goes like this. So it'll be over here. I'll have a bar area over here too. And it goes over here, as you can see, kind of rotates. So I'm kind of like trying to get something together. I'm trying to get something together so I have a better, ambiance and all that. So when I do live streams, it's a little bit better. How am I? Man, honestly, whoa, it's rough. But hey, I'm right here. I'm doing a live stream today, which I wasn't gonna do, but I want to do. Because you know what? There's those out there like you that, and me, that need to hear something sometimes, and hey, that just drives you or takes you to that next step. And sometimes you need to hear something. And hearing good information is good. So that's what I'm going for. And it's not this whole thing of pushing this false facade of, hey, it's motivation. It's not about that. It's not about that. If you have a good foundation, just base off that. Go off your foundation and just present yourself, But I'm doing okay. Okay, I'm good. I'm right here. I'm doing a live stream. Usually, I took a big break. It was like 2.5 months break from doing this whole live stream. We got some good live streams, but just the people on there. And I just had to take a step back and look at everything as a whole, at a whole, and say, hey, do I want to spend my time right here, do this, with this situation going on, or do this over here? You know what I mean? But at the same time, there's people that actually need to hear good information. So, I'm back right here on here. My cold soup is distracting, but I'm interested. Well, you know what? Tell your husband to go warm that soup up and then get back over here and then you can listen to the video, the live stream. So hopefully it's not distracting too much. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Joshua. I just let it grow. Just let it grow. You know what I mean? No, everything's one length. Everything's one length. You don't mess with it too much. Just let it grow. Uh, the process is rough, but just let it go. You know, that's how I tell people. That's what I tell people. You don't have to try to make yourself look all cute and do all these shape ups. Just let it grow. But I appreciate that comment. So we'll be starting in 5 more minutes. I'm going to go way back. Okay? I'm going to go back just to the book of Genesis. And also, I do read out of the book of Enoch and a couple other books just for cross references and other information that concludes to what I need to talk about. Because there are gaps. And people don't like to say that because they feel like they're being disrespectful or they're being like a traitor to their religion, which is weird. The book of Genesis is very interesting to me because when it was presented to me and I heard them, the preacher, talk about it, I was like, whoa, this is interesting. You know, talk about light, darkness, animals, insects, birds, beasts of the field, cattle, all these different, you know, different things. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. And I heard another person talk about it, another pastor talk about it, and a youth pastor, all these different people talk about it. That's just growing up, just hearing people talk about it. Well, I'm still reading about it. And then you get older and you think about it. I have the same idea. Basically, it's pretty crazy. From when I was younger about this situation of Genesis. What's it say in the first part of Genesis? I'm going to go off the NIV today. King James Version, okay, I usually use that. They got Geneva's, they got all the different books. But let me tell you this. I'm going to read you just from what it says right here, from the Christian Bible, right? The NIV. We'll go right here. Very interesting. Let's see. I really like how it starts out. Don't you like how the Bible starts out? Have you guys listened to or read the Icelandic sagas? Pretty interesting, very similar. Yeah. So in Genesis it says this: in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Okay. That little part speaks a lot. Just that little part. The Spirit of God was just hovering over. Because it never talks about how the water was created, right? We all know that. It never talks about how the water is created. It just talks about how the water was divided. So you got land separated from water. Okay, I'm going to stop real quick. Joshua says, I have a question for you. What's that question? You guys know me, I always stop in the middle of my talking. He goes, I have a question for you. Not to be that one person, but how do you become mod? How do you become mod? Well, when you follow my page or you subscribe and you comment a lot, and then I kind of get to know who you are, and there is you know, little list right there that I see when I make people mods. Is usually, you're Caucasian, and a lot of people don't like that about me because I just, hey, that's just me. I have a preference, you know, and you love yourself. You know where your people's from. You know where you're from. You know your ethnicity. You know your heritage. You know everything about, you know about that. You know thyself, basically. If that answers that question. White. If they want to say it like that, that's what they say now. We're a color like a crayon. You got white in a white box. That's interesting to me. I don't know, but European. That's just me. That's just my my go right there. If that's how you want to be a mod, but it's like you gotta like know who, kind of get to know who the person is. Get to know who the person is. I have quite a few mods, maybe like 3 or 4 mods. I have maybe 3 or 4 mods. But like I said, these live streams just bounce back and forth. Sometimes I'm just going right there and then it just stops. Because I like to read comments that are right there. You know what I mean? I like to read comments that are right in front of me. So it's hard for me to just like keep on going. I stop, which is something that I'm really trying to work on. But it is what it is for right now. Till I get all my preparations for my room, everything set, then it'll be a little bit easier for me because I have a better setup. Right now, I'm like in a room that looks like I just did like just threw everything together. Look at that. It looks like I just threw everything together. But this has been around for like maybe a couple months. Yeah, like a couple months. So it's just, yeah. Hey, I have my thing about, the whole thing with uh, the whole presidency. Hey, you know, Trump won, he won. But let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Because, got to be careful. Like I said, I don't trust any man. I'm very careful with that, words are spoken correctly, words sound good. Let's see what happens, you know? Hey, keep him in our prayers, man. It's our president. Keep him in our prayers. I want the best for him because the best for him is best for us, you know? Pray good for who's trying to lead this country, you know? But the way things are going right now, it just looks kind of weird. Everything looks kind of weird. But that's why this whole live stream, what I was going to go about. It goes back to the beginning of Genesis. And this is why we have a lot of our problems in the United States. And I'm going to give you this quick little note. I'm going to stand by this real quick. Besides trying to read comments at the same time. Okay. Ganja King says, I think he stands by his heritage. Yeah, let's see. I see a lot of towards Israel. I see a lot of that. It's been from the beginning. Let's see what happens. Let's see what's going on. I'm not much of a fan. Just being honest, I'm not much of a fan at all. But let's see what happens. Hope for the best. I don't like to have to hope though, because hope is just like you're grasping. No, let's pray for him. Let's pray for Trump, you know, the best for him, that he makes the right decisions. Because look at where our money was going before that. You know what he put out there? So many millions and billions of dollars and trillions going for all this random stuff. Yeah, we all knew that. Trump just put it out to the surface, up on the surface for you to see that. Yeah, I don't want to imagine that. I don't. Exactly. I don't want to imagine Kamala or Kamala, whatever her name is, inside the White House. We could already see what would happen. You know, it's like, come on, man, come on, guys, come on. It's like the crazy thing is her even being brought up in a conversation. Like she's not even like, it's not against you. It's just knowing that she's even in politics. It's like the person that was sitting on the bench got a chance. It's like that person. Oh, we can give that person over here that just can't get off the bench. We're gonna give them a chance. That's what happened. That's what happens to all of them. It's crazy. It is a joke. It's a joke. It's like you know, it's funny. It's funny. It's like, hey, they got brown skin, so they look like they could talk to this type of community over here. Yeah, that community over there. Yeah, I think they can. I think they could talk to that community over there. Yeah, is that Watts? Oh, yeah, that's Watts. Okay, they're cool over there. So they get people like, what's her name? That girl from, was it New York? That, I forgot her name, man. They all act like the same. It's like a Jennifer Lopez. What's her name? I can't remember. She's the OZ. What's her name? I can't remember her name. But anyways, she's wait, hold on. Let me get this. Hey, babe. Is her name Claudia? Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I forgot the name. It's so stupid. Ocasio-Cortez. Like, you type of people. And then they go, oh, Gilgamesh, you said those type of people. Yeah, I did say those type of people. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So you get somebody from like the hood, or pretends they're from the hood, or think they're hood, and then you put them in a position that they're like, whoa, like they're just surprised they're even in that position. And they're like, oh, I'm collecting, I'm going. That's how they think. And it's like, it's funny because those people are so easily to maneuver and control. And they're puppets. And they feel like they can start giving their family insurance advice and money advice because they got lucky because their color is that thing right now. Because diversity is our strength. That's what they say. They say diversity is our strength. I'm like having a lisp and like suffering succotash trying to say it. It's kind of funny. Diversity is not our strength. Diversity is white man's. Yeah, you think about that. Yeah. That's why I think about it. There's something in a white man's blood that can mix with another, like a Mongoloid or a Negroid or an Australoid, that guess what? Your blood, they won't own you. And if they own you, it's an anomaly. Think about it. You can have a dude that has a white dad and a black mom, and he'll be like, hey, I'm black. Okay, but you look white. But okay. Yeah, it's that biospirit. It's all there. Come on, man. That's why, hey, I'm going back to Genesis. It says, don't mix. Thank you. Lars the Pen, how's it going? What's up, buddy? How are you doing? Good to see you on here. I was trying to put invitations out to everybody since the algos, which is Greek. The algorithms are not working with me. They should be working with me, but it's not. But let's see what happens this year. Yeah, man, I haven't been live in a long time. I took a long break off that. I had to. Had more education, got to educate more so I could speak more. It's always good to have that. Always got to go back and go back to the books. Go back to the books. Don't go back to the Google. You be out Googled. No Google. I mean, I'll tell you, I'll have all these people on the live streams. You'll have good live streams, and it'll be crazy. They're just saying crazy stuff. It's like, why am I even on here 3-4 hours? I just did a 12-hour shift doing my jobs at my other businesses, and I come home and do a live stream, and then I have to deal with some stupid But that was what they wanted to do, though, was to take me off live stream. But that's not going to happen because I'm going to rev it up this next month. I'm redoing the whole room, getting everything done. It's going to be a whole different live stream. You're not going to have just this frontal. It's going to be kind of like, there you go. Let me tell you this. You could turn on Netflix. What is almost every movie, every series, every Marvel, anything with DC, anything that has to do with superhero characters, they're going to always bring up this. White people. But how do they bring up white people? They always bring up Germans. That's what they do. But they don't say Germans. They call them Nazis. Think about it. That word was even presented, if you want to go know your history, that's being like derogatory. So you want to use that word and say that, it's like saying, hey, look at that nigger over there. Actually, it's worse than saying nigger. It is actually worse. If you want to say it like that, it's actually worse than that. Because actually, it's like being a mocking. Look it up. Look it up. Fact check me. Actually, go read a book. Don't Google. Let's get it. So, you have all these people that turn on Netflix, Tubi, all these things, and guess what it does? It shows everything about white people that were bad. Anything that white people do is bad. Think about it. Every show will say something about Nazi, something about white people doing this. A white person have to say, oh, my bad. Oh, my people did that a long time ago. I'm sorry. What are you sorry about? What are you talking about? No, look at all the shows. It has something about putting down anybody that is Caucasian. I don't even like to say white, but anybody that's Caucasian. They put them down. Look at it. Everything on there. Or they'll mix it up with somebody that's trans, mixed gender, something weird. They'll put on there. They will purposely put that on there. You know why? Because they know that the white man, which they look at as being Christian, is against all those things. So anything that they're against, yeah, they're going to talk about it. The white man, of course. Think about that. Come on. Come on. Come on. Tell me, look it. They say this. Look it. We need more black lawyers. We need more black judges. What? Who says that? Who says that? Who says that? They do. Those same people have everything handed to them now. They get these grants. They get loans. Man, I can't even go get a loan. I can't go get a loan like that. People from India, oh my God, put it on the table. Put it on the table. They get all happy because they get the money on the table. That's how they get it. It sucks. These people get that money. They start small business. They get 30,000 out the door just walking in. They get these grants, these loans. It's like they're catered to. It's like United States are cucks. They're all cucks. Think about it. Think about it. They give it to the Indians and the Indias, and they give it to the mestizos. It all breaks down. It all breaks down, man. They all connect. They all connect. And that's why I was trying to go back to the beginning before I started reading these messages. And it talks about the separation. There's interesting things about separation. Why does he separate the light from the darkness? Why does he do this? Let there be light. And then he says, with plants, don't do grafting. Don't graft them together. Don't mix them together. Don't do that. Insects, don't do that. Humans, don't do that. Cattle, don't do that. Don't mix. Don't mix. Because when you do that, something's going to happen. You know why? Because it's a chemical reaction, guys. Listen, you mix this with that, it's going to cause a chemical reaction. You guys don't think that? You mix an Italian with what? An Indian, like yeah, that the blah, whatever he is, not the le, the other dude. You mix it with those dudes, you know, with the feather, those dudes, you got a crazy guy. You got a crazy guy. You got a guy that's gonna drink a lot, and you got a guy that moves his hand around like this, out of nowhere. Italians already crazy like that. They pop off for no reason. And then you're gonna mix it with an Indian? And then that's what they call mestizo. So you got an Italian mixed with an Indian, now you got a mestizo. But that's a crazy mestizo right there. Because the next one that's gonna come up right after that is an Irish. You mix an Irish with an Indian. Damn, that's another chemical reaction that is made for disaster. If I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Because you mix these things together, it's like mixing dogs or cocks. That's just how it works. You mix different cocks together, man, you get these different, yeah, think about it. You got one that has speed and one that has smarts. Yeah, I want to mix these two together. Oh, but you can mix this one with a dumb one? Why would you want to do that? But that's what these people do all the time. These mestizos, they just marry each other. And they keep on dumbing themselves down because they marry this dumb person. And that's what the Negroids do, the same thing. And guess what? The whites are doing that too. That's sick. Think about it. Drop your comments. Tell me what you think. Because it's very interesting. But I brought it to you really quick. Like roaches. Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. Because after they mix, they have this weird chemical reaction, and guess what? They all get in trouble for the same shit. Don't you guys notice that? Think about it. No, think about it. I live in California, and guess what? That's like little flippin' Mexico. When I was younger, in the early 80s, my pops would take the T-tops off. We're driving down 101 north, all the way down. And there's like 2, 3, 4 cars maybe on the highway. Now, you got hundreds and thousands of cars. You got car wrecks every day. Because people are idiots. You know, it's crazy. You got people driving because they're so used to driving on dirt roads. They don't have lines. What the hell's going on? I don't know. I'm asking myself the same question. I'm like, dude, I would think these people would be like, you know, when, you know, the cat, you know, little meow comes out, they go straight to the teat. These guys don't go to the teat. These guys do the opposite of everything. They do the opposite. They don't even know. It's like my left is my right is my left. oh shit, I'm going over here. They're like the Three Stooges mixed in one person. Some weird shit. That's why I'm just like baffled. I'm baffled. I'm in Northern California, away from everywhere and everyone, yet I still see it here, brother. It's fucked. Yeah, it is. I know. Hey, if you're in Northern California, I know what you're talking about. I definitely know what you're talking about. Definitely know what you're talking about. Even going up towards towards Oregon, Seattle. I'll tell you, you go more up north. What is up north though? A lot of people have problems with that. What is up north? But I think like going more towards like Oregon and Seattle is more up north. Get me? You know what I'm talking about. A lot of people say up north is San Jose. I'm like, no, that's not even up north. That's like, I don't know, center? I don't know. That's what I think. More north is going up towards Seattle. So this kind of messes up all the gangs and all that stuff because they're like, oh, I'm northerner. I'm a northerner. It's kind of funny. Got people from like Soledad and like it says Soledad, Salinas, and Greenfield, all these different areas. They're like trying to be northerners. Mount Shasta, Fullermans. Yeesh. Yeah, so I was trying to go back on this Genesis. Just go back on the Genesis. It says, don't mix. Don't mix. He goes, stay with your kind. It said with the plants, even down to the herbs, even down to the creepy crawly things, even down to the, everything. Fish, everything. Squids. You could go to parasites. You could go to, come on, man. You just talk about parasites. But yeah, it goes deeper. So when you start splicing and grafting everything and start doing all that, that's when you start getting these weird admixtures. And when you get these admixtures, you can't be like, whoa, I created this. Oh, it's acting like this. No, it's gonna act like that because you just mixed it with this. It's always gonna go back to that. You mix this with this is what's gonna happen. It's always gonna happen like that. You guys see it through social media. You can have someone that looks white as day, and they have a parent that maybe might have 8% like Negroid or something, maybe something like that. And they go, oh, I dedicate all my music talent to my parent that is 8% black. And you know what? Because I'm black. I'm like, Caucasoid, please. Come on, man, really? Oh, he's like, oh, I'm like 8% black, so I'm black. That's what they do. Ganja King says, fucking cartels and Asians growing weed up in our beautiful mountains. Illegal junkies destroying the land. Of course. And you know what? But that's what they do. We can't be like, that's what they do. They enjoy doing it. They love doing it. That's what they do. Their family's going to do it. Their daughter's going to do it. It's like they're married into it. That's what they're going to do. It's not going to stop. Even if Jesus went there, they're probably not going to stop because that's what they do. That's what happens. You could have Jared Taylor go over there and be like, bro, this population needs more white people. Yeah, it does. Because it's going to probably fix all the problems that you have there. But they were like, oh, but we don't like white people over here. Why is that? Because they want to fix problems that we have. And we have a lot of problems, but we don't want them to fix our problems. Because when they fix our problems, they fix them. But, yeah, it's the same shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I'm going to take a couple minutes off real quick. I'll be back. Give me like 3 minutes. I'll be right back. And I'm going to jump right back to Genesis. Be right on that. Ganja King says, trust me, brother, there's a handful of us helping them stop, but it's never ending. Yeah. It seems like it's almost perpetual. It's almost like you're a Levite from the early Bible, a Levite, and you're the only one that's supposed to receive tithes from the people. That doesn't happen anymore. They give it to pastors and all these preachers that don't have a Levitical priesthood. That's very interesting to me. But we'll talk about that too. I'll come back. Man. So, I'm going to go back right here. Check this out. I'm going to read right here. Read it right here. It makes a lot of sense. Check this out. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. And God said, let there be light, and there was light. And God saw that the light was good, and he separated light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there the evening, and there was morning, the first day. And God said, let there be a vault between the waters to separate from the waters. So God made the vault, the expanse, so the water under the waters and above it. And it was so. And God called the vault sky, the expanse sky. And there was evening, and there was morning, and a second day. And God said, let the waters under the sky be gathered to one place, and let dry ground appear. And it was so. God called the dry ground land, and gathered the waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Very interesting. Okay? I know. Hold on. Check this out. Ganja King says, I'm going to blast me, hate me next week. Go clean house. Can be a part of it in spirit. Exactly. Anybody listen to that song, man, hate me. That's a good song. If you're European, listen to that, man. It's a good song. And God said, let the water under the sky be gathered to one place, and let the dry ground appear. And it was so. And God called the dry land ground, and the land and gathered waters he called seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let the land produce vegetation, seed-bearing plants and trees on the land that bear fruit with seed in it according to their various kinds. And it was so. The land produced vegetation, plants bearing seed according to their kinds, and trees bearing fruit with seed and according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good, and there was evening and the morning and the third day. Okay. Why does God said according? Keeps on saying according, according. Don't mix. There's a reason for that. Because there's a chemical reaction. DNA. You mix. Something's going to happen with anything. Baking soda, you mix with this. It's going to happen. It's going to erupt. Something that you mix, there's going to be some type of chemical reaction. That's why we have this craziness right now in this day and age. Like, why are people so crazy? Because not just they're saying, oh, it's the government. No, that's just a piece. That's a taste. That's an idea. That's an idea. It just, hey, I'm going to marry, check this out. I'm a white man. I'm going to marry a Negroid. A Caucasoid is going to marry a Negroid. What's going to happen? That kid's going to come out, I'm Negroid. A Caucasoid gets with an Australoid. The Australoid, oh, I'm an Australoid. They take the other side. There's something in our DNA, in white DNA, that just does not connect. There's no computing. The mixture is not good. So when you mix that, it becomes a bioweapon to you. It becomes your bioweapon, your destruction. Thank you. No half-breeds claim white. Look at this. You can have a guy looking like Brad Pitt, and he got maybe 2% Navajo. A lot of white boys like to say he got Cherokee. They got something, right? And they go towards that, and they have this white guilt. Hey, bro, there's no white guilt. That white milk already has been spilled all over the silk, bro. There's no white guilt. There ain't no guilt here. No. There ain't no white guilt. You guys have this white guilt. You know, I just watched a video on this guy. He's an MMA podcaster. Looks very similar to me in a weird way. Very interesting. My wife just showed it to me today. And he was talking about Forrest Griffin. If you guys know who Forrest Griffin, MMA fighter back in the old 2000s, he was someone to reckon with, man. You don't want to reckon with that guy. He's hard. He don't even like being white. He's like, being white? He feels uncomfortable being white. He's like telling Rampage Jackson, hey, my people that with my pale skin, like did with you guys 100 years ago, it's like Rampage Jackson, like he asked Rampage Jackson, do you think about that? He's like, no, I don't think about that, but I know that happened. That's what he says. But the whole time, Forrest Griffin is just like trying to pressure and just say, hey, man, my white people, they did this. My white people did this. It's like, come on, bro. You want to you're like a cuck. You want blacks to feel like you're accepted. The Negroid to feel like you're accepted. Come on. You can read the beginning of Genesis. It tells you right there. Once you do this, yeah, don't mix. Don't do that. But what do we do when someone tells you not to do it? You do it. That's just, it's like basic humans, right? I'm going to just go and do it. I like that. No half-breeds claim white. Unless it's an anomaly. Every nation has slaves, the blacks and their own kind to the whites. But you know what? You look at the Middle Easterns. Look at those guys. They're the ones that like run that. They're still doing it today. But guess what? Nobody cares. You know why? Because they got this, like, they got brown. They're brownies. They got the brown skin, so they could connect with the Negroids and the mestizos. They connect. So they're brown, I'm brown, so we're cool, right? That's weird. They're on color like that. That's weird. Race is not synonymous with color. Oh, what? What? Weird. Jeff Green, my brother, how's it going? Haven't seen you in what? A year? 6 months to a year? Hope everything went well for you, brother. Actually, man, I was thinking about you not so long ago, man. You're in my prayers. You're in my prayers. I hope everything went well with you, man. E. Man, I wouldn't even want to live over there. I don't even want to live in California. In California. I don't like living in California. I'll tell you that. And it's not like I'm trying to like just get away because I'm getting pushed out. I just don't like it here. Yeah, I just started posting again, Jeff. Just started posting again. Yeah, I just started reposting again, man, and started doing live streams today. Today is my live stream back from that whole time. Well, you know what? Let's see if it happens. You know, it affects everybody over here. You know, I put in gas. It's like at $5 up. So you guys gotta look at that. It's very expensive living over here. You know, just in California itself. You know, you have a gas station right here that's at 5.30. You got one across the street that's at 5.49. Another one over here at 5.69. They're gonna be at $6 by next week. All we know is that everyone is about greed. Ganja King says, California is shit, but I got land and it's home. One day I'll relocate when I retire. That's right. Jeff Green, at least Cali got nice weather. Really? Oh man. I don't even think we have nice weather anymore. The location where I live at in Cali, man, ugh, it's horrible right now. It used to be nice. Yeah, man, I live up. I can't even say if it's northern, midern, or what now. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I live in California. But man, I'll tell you, it just every corner you stop, it's like I can't get. There's no Greek food, no Irish, no German, nothing. It's all Mexican food, and then you got the basic McDonald's and Taco Bell, whatever. You got no food for yourself. For your people, you got to make your own all the time. Exactly. I know that. I know that. I've always been very careful with that. I know that. Thank you. Good looking out. Thank you. Because you know what? What I talk about, if it's truth, whatever truth I talk about, I know a lot of people don't like that. You know, I've always been that type of person. It's like, I know what I believe in. And when I speak about it, I'm very passionate about it. And then when I come out about it, people are like, oh, that's too much. No, because it's actually an urgency. It's an urgency. Because when you see the first introduction, when you go to kindergarten or first grade or second grade, guess what happens? You give an introduction that you as a Caucasian is horrible. They tell you about, oh, we're going to talk about Thanksgiving. Oh, and they have mestizos and all these people in there. So they already know. They're already getting pissed off. They're already getting pissed off. You got these little pale kids in the room, and then you got them talking about Thanksgiving at kindergarten, first grade, and they're putting little paper, little things on their heads, looking like, you know what I'm talking about? Kind of funny. You know what I mean? Think about it. They teach you to hate yourself at a young age. That's why you got all these deranged white boys out there, just like in the country rap music right now. If you guys don't know that, I've been following that, and I've been posting videos about that. Very interesting. You have whites that are going against each other, but it's interesting about these certain whites on this side. They think calling this white guy a Nazi or looks at Roman stuff or Greek stuff, that he's a bad person. And this person talks about this person because they're not being white enough and they're pretending to be country. So you got all this conflict right here. But it's very interesting, which I'm not trying to get in the middle of that conflict, but what I will say is just be who you are and quit trying to be a Negroid. That's being a wigger. Just stop. And you will not have that problem. And you guys can all come back together and be white boys again. Just stop that shit. Come on. Jeff Green says, I forgot to tell you, on my way back from Colombia, some shit happened. I got banned. How'd that happen? How'd that happen? Hey, you guys all know this. There's going to be a day where I'm going to go and I'm going to finish everything from the beginning and just read and go from there. But hey, my problem is this. I have to read the comments. That's my thing. Till I get my whole setup better. I just been so caught up with work and just going, man. I have so many projects going right now. So when I come in here, I'm just here. Come on, Jeff. You're holding back. You're holding back. Come on, Jeff. I think it had to do something with age and the amount of time I spent in Latin America. What? But why would they ban you? Why would they ban you? Oh, damn. Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Tell me your story. Tell me your story. Yeah. That's routine. That's routine. That's for your phone's passwords. I know. It's crazy. Why would you give that out? I know. But they probably forced them. You probably didn't give it. They saw a picture of me with Paul, from which my face was covered in the pic, though. With Paul? What do you mean, Paul who? What? All right, man, you got me thinking. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Socialist Party. Oh, shit. Okay. So what happened? Oh, shit. That's crazy. What? So, okay. And okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is when you know there's an issue with this whole anti-Semitic. Okay, let me tell you this. The only people in the world that don't say anything besides us that we're here are white people. No, literally, it's getting old already. Get that point, man. It's like, yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid. Yeah, are they that educated? Are they that educated? Are they that smart? Colombians? Okay, my bad. They got probably mixed with Germans. I don't know. Yeah, usually that happens. You know, like I say this, man, you have these people that are just so dumb. You just mix them with a good Caucasian race and it kind of ups that, boom, it gives them a nice little hip up, which is a nice hip up. It's a giddy up. And it's funny because, like, damn, that's that smartest guy in the village. Yeah, he just got giddy upped. That, they don't like that. They just got white boy giddy upped. And it's crazy. I know. That's crazy. That's crazy. So you know people from like Canada, that's crazy. And it's anti-Semitic. Very interesting. I'll tell you this, man. I like where I live, I could be I'm surrounded by like people that are 5'4", 5'5", 5'6", these little tattoos. It's crazy. Man, I feel like I'm a giant, but I'm not. It's crazy. And they look up at you like this. And then when they walk by you, they don't even say excuse me. They just walk right by you. And then I grab them by the back of their hood right here. I'm like, dude, bro, you didn't say excuse me. Huh? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó? Yeah, it's like, ¿qué pasó, dude? You're about to get your ass kicked. No, don't just walk past me, bro. We're not on dirt roads. I don't know. I'm just saying. Oh, shoot. I don't think he's into that cocaine thing. I'll tell you guys this, man. Hey, things are gonna change, guys. Things are gonna change. Ganja King says, I had to, man, lol. Say drug-free, brother. Man, we gotta keep our minds straight. Come on, guys. I'll tell you this, man. I go to work, I see all these people on drugs. It's crazy. Everybody's on drugs. Everybody's on drugs. You're like, whoa. Damn, I got that upper advantage right now, man. Everybody's on drugs. That's crazy. You got people coming knocking on your door to go. I'm like, dude, I just got here. Hey, I like to find things. Can I look in your truck? Can I look for things? I'm like, what? You want to look for things from my truck? Go ahead. It's weird. I don't know. Jeff Green says that's what the chosen ones want us to do. But who are the chosen ones? That's my question. Who are the chosen ones? Ganja King, I grow massive amounts of marijuana and enjoy the medical benefits, but no drugs. I'll tell you this, the benefit of health is great when you use it correctly. When it's used correctly, that's right. I know a lot of Christians get mad at me when I say that. They do. I'm like, hey, medical, dude, I'm telling you, anything in life you do in moderation. Well, moderation is great, man. You gotta take care of yourself. You gotta find what works for you. Because you got the pharmacy, and I'll tell you, those are always gonna connect you to something else, to something else, to something else. That's straightforward. I'll tell you, there's things from the earth that you could take with moderation that can help you. Jeff Green, I was my door knocked by pigs before Columbia's trip by pigs. Huh? I don't know. I'm trying to understand your comment. It's kind of interesting. Well, I don't see it that way either. I feel like when you do all these chemical mixing and doing all these different things, I feel like you take from the base. I believe that. So I believe flour, just straight flour is great. Just flour is great. That's just me. I was an activist of White Lives Matter. How'd that go? Hey guys, when you guys see me step away for like a minute, when you guys see me step away for a minute, it's just for a minute. Have to use the restroom. So they had our addresses. That's interesting. And 1 year later, they showed up to my doorstep. What the hell? That's crazy. My question is this. You're saying activists for White Lives Matter. In California, I've never seen anything with White Lives Matter. But I heard about that, but never seen it. I just think that's really interesting to me. Because I seen Open Hand going to Oakland and seeing Negroids going BLM everywhere. But I was wondering, I asked my wife that one day I was in Oakland. I was like, what if I put Caucasians or Europeans matter or something? Yeah, I'll get arrested. But then I probably wouldn't, because they have a large amount of guys probably that have beards that might look close to me, but they're not me. But they might not even get mad at me. Maybe they might think I'm doing a good job. But they're mad because I'm putting white. There's something about white people that there's always been a problem. And it goes back to history. Not Google, but history. Go back to old history, like books. And you go back and you look at, they all hate you. And they feel like you're disturbing their life. That's what they think. you're disturbing their life. That's what they say. So, the history that we're taught, they're taught to hate you. That's what it's put to. And you know that. So, don't feel like you have to appease these people that are taught an indoctrination from a school that you went to also. Because you know what? They're easily amused. They're easily entertained. They're easily to get their attention. Just to say, they're easily to speak to. You can show them a couple bucks and they have loyalty to you. That's just the way it is. Okay, so Jeff Green says, and 1 year later they showed up to my doorstep. Ganja King said, what was the reason? We're like 5 people overall, sometimes 7, many people. 3 of us were always active. What? Hey, that's a crazy situation. I don't know, man. Whoa. Some weird shit. This is weird. What do you mean by active? Hey, talk about that. So you're active inside your protests or whatever you're doing. What do you mean active? My apologies. My apologies. I gotta read these comments. Because you could be my twin. The wife said, okay. Yeah, exactly. I see what you're talking about. We could create a Discord. We can. But it got to be a certain one, though. If you make it, it got to be a certain type of Discord if you're going to do that. If you do Discord, it will be people that you will only want in that group. Only in that group, which will be a bigger group if we do that. If you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm just like bouncing off of you. Yeah, but are they in the same like mind? Hey, you know what I talk about. Are they in that same like mind? Because what I talk about is a lot different than a lot of other Caucasians that don't talk about this also. You know that. There's a lot of Caucasians that don't want to talk like about this. But you got to be careful with those Discord groups because some people go rogue. Some people go rogue on those Discords. So you got to be careful. Yeah, but hey, as long as everybody on the same page, all got the same goal. So what do you think, Discord or Telegram? What do you think, which one's easier to access and what's easier to get for you to subscribe or get on? What's easier for that, you know? Yeah, but you gotta think too. You can have people that are saying they're all base people, but yet they're kind of out there also. You got that. I know you're gonna go through all that. It's like the wheats and the tares. All right, let's start something then. Let's start something. We'll do Telegram or Discord. We can either do Telegram or Discord. Telegram might be seem easier, right? You know what? I hate politics, but I'm involved with politics. But hey, it is what it is. But I'll tell you this, man. Even getting involved with that, maybe I might not be a good fix for that, but I talk with politics, but I don't like politics. I feel like I'm just grabbed into it. It is what it is. All right, so you know what? What do you want to start off? You want to start off with a Telegram or the Discord? Exactly. Let me tell you this. Give you guys a little rundown. Hey, after this, you're probably not going to want to hear from me. But I'll tell you this straight up. I want to go like this. This is me. I think like nationalist mentality. I think like this. You love the people of your own country, your own countrymen. Your thing would be for the best of your people. We don't have that here in America. My mind has always been pushed towards that since I was a kid. I looked at that. I look at what we have now. I don't feel comfortable. I never felt comfortable. You know, I grew up with everybody saying, "Oh, Reagan was our best president," you know, and they just go from there. Yeah, but Reagan has his things too, just like any other man does. You know, the greater of lesser evils, or the lesser of greater evils. Crazy stuff. All right, guys. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create a group, or you guys want to create a group within a group? I'll be a part of it. If you guys want to do this. So, are we going to do Telegram? You guys want to do a Telegram? Let's put the info in. Let's get it. And let's start it. So, we don't have to do live streams like this till we have to do a live stream. And then we'll go above and we'll start entering more people into the live stream. We can also do that. If you guys want to do that. I'll be up for that. I'll be up for some type of group where we can talk during the day or every other day and have something to go. And then we have a live stream. We can do a couple different speakers, do something and talk. That would be great. Hey, Ganja King, hey, I feel you, dude. I'm reading your comments. All right, let's do Telegram. No, on my phone. Well, I'm gonna take a screenshot of this so it don't look weird, guys. I'm gonna take a screenshot of it. Cool. Okay. So all I gotta do is go to Telegram, put that username in, and then go from there. Yeah, I already screenshot it for me already. So I'll go to Telegram and I'll do that. Is Gotcha King still in here? So do you guys already have a domain? You already have your own thing right now, or what? I'm trying to understand this. I'm not just like, I'm trying to understand what you're doing. Okay, wait. Is it an app? So I'm looking up online right now. Just give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. No, I'm an iPhone user, so I'm trying to get that real quick. Actually, I'll just wait till I'm off the live stream, and then I'll do that. And I'll message you. Man, I feel like I was not able to like do my whole session real quick and give you guys an understanding on that. You know, it's very interesting in this life that if you're Caucasian, you hear this word racist, and that word is always going to be there. You know what? Throw that out of your head. That's some bullshit. It's called preference. Preference. Like this. I see shit on the floor, right? I step in it, man. Come on, man. Damn, I just stepped in some shit. That sucks. Now you smell your foot. It smells like shit, right? You smell it, smells like shit. The next day, you step in shit again. Damn, I stepped in shit. You smell your foot. It smells like shit. You don't like the smell of shit. But let me tell you, after a while, people get desensitized and shit don't smell like shit no more. You know why? Because they become shit. And they become like everybody else around them. And when you become like that person, guess what? You lose yourself. Because you become like these other people that are not even your counterpart. There's these people that make music about decadence and just bullshit and homosexuality, but they're cool with that. You know why? Because that's their people. And they're okay with doing that. And when they do it, guess what? They get views. They get likes. People watch them. You know why? Because they're attention seekers. They need it. White people are not attention seekers. We're builders and creators. That's why we might not be as attractive to you than the guy that's wearing the black sunglasses and wearing his pants down past his penis head to his butt crack. Exactly, and wearing some Nike Jordans. But I'll tell you this. Us white people are the ones that you are still living off and trying to sustain and live off that coattail, and you're still trying to act like it and wear their clothes, but say you're still who you are. That sucks. You know what? Negroids, learn your history. Find who you are. That's powerful. Hey, just like I tell white people, find yourself. That's powerful. Those people, they're going to find that self for the self. And that's powerful for them, because they could watch a movie like Wakanda, and guess what? You'll get a mass amount of Negroids in a group, and they feel very powerful because they felt like they had a really high evolved civilization. Very interesting. It's called civilization. There you go. Let me read the comments. No, I'm not an Android user. I'm iPhone. Come on, guys. No. Even though I'm not an Android user, I could still be involved if I'm iPhone, correct, Jeff? Okay, guys, you guys know who this guy is on the chest? Look, you guys know who this guy is? Okay, Google this guy right now. If you guys are on here online, Google him right now. Jared Taylor. Google him right now. What do you see once you pop him up on Google? What do you guys get? Isn't this messed up? I'll get it. Nope. Jared Taylor. Look this guy up. Jared Taylor. Yeah, I know. These sweaters I made like a year ago. Check this out. Jared Taylor. Look him up. They're going to say the worst things about this person. The worst. The worst. But dear God, no. You say this about anybody that has a brown tint to their skin or anything. You know why? Because these people are a protected class. They are a protected class. So dare not say something. Say something about the Jews. That's a protected class. Say something about the blacks. Oh, wait, Negroids. Protected class. Say something about the mestizos. You guys, okay, Mexicans. Protected class. And all those other people that mingle in, they got brown hands. The protected class. You know why? Because they're creating these little soldiers. Give them EBT cards. Give them EBT cards that have $1,200 on them. No, they do. And they go in the store and they get all this meat and buy all the food before you get there. That's what they do. They buy all the food before you get there. That's what they do. And then you have to pay for your own bag, but they don't have to pay for their bag. And you get penalized for working, but they don't get penalized for not working. They get blessed for not working, and they get $1,200 worth of food. Damn, I need an EBT card. What's going on? Let's talk about it. No? Damn, you guys are crazy. He said David Duke. No, I'm not talking about David Duke. I'm talking about Jared Taylor. The epitome. The epitome. If I say any white man on this earth that probably has that high level of Caucasoidness is Jared Taylor. I have to say that. You guys say, what about Jordan Peterson? No, dude, he's not even close. Sorry. Sorry. No, I'm not even sorry. I don't even need to apologize about that. Let's get into it. Come on, Jordan Peterson. Come on, dude. Jared Ted, take him on a basic day.
Aw.
Yeah, there's a lot of little, couple things right here. No. Let's get it. We talked about the beginning, man. Let's get back. Let's get back. Drop your comments, man. I'll take a step up. What? I'm gonna take a couple step out real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna say this in part. Like I said in the beginning, you could believe what you want to believe. You could read from any book. You could take from anywhere, wherever you want, whatever your belief system is, whatever you believe, right? But let's say this: if you're reading from a scripture that tells you when you mix this and mix that, something happens, or tells you not to mix or graft these things together, even down to plants, insects, creepy crawly things, the beasts of the field, cattle, that makes you think, and humans. So in doing so, when you mix these that are not familiar with your DNA, there's going to be problems. There's a chemical reaction. And it's gonna happen. And you're gonna have scientists tell me, oh, but you're not a scientist. Oh, what? I'm pretty logical. And I got common sense I was born with that doesn't need a degree to tell you when you mix or breed something, because I breed animals, so I understand. You breed humans, you're different DNA, you're gonna get a certain mixture, and that's an explosion. Watch what you breed, watch what you do, because either it's gonna claim you or not. And if you're white, let me tell you, your blood with any of these others, these undesirables, they will not claim you. These undesirables will not claim you. If you're white, Australoid, Australoid's gonna claim Australoid. If you're white and that's black, they're gonna claim black. If you're white and they're Chinese or Mongoloid, they're gonna claim Mongoloid. They won't claim you. And if a white boy stands up and he's mixed like that and he claims, you know what? That's called an anomaly. That's rare. Very rare. Yes, I'm against that mixing. True talk. And a lot of people are scared to talk about that because they're scared about getting likes or views. I don't care about that. I just care about getting my message out there. And those that hear that know they're not alone because they think the same thing. While they're driving to work, they're like, hey, this is weird. It shouldn't be like this. I shouldn't have to go to the store and feel like I have to translate over here. It shouldn't be like that. Or I don't need to go over here and they have to be like this over here. I don't feel like I have to call up and I get this weird Cambodian person telling me about my assets or my account. You know, I don't feel comfortable. Like you're gonna miss a number or say something wrong. Yeah, there's an issue. Yeah. But then they use that word racist. That's stupid. No, it's called a fucking preference. You have a preference. You like something or you don't. It's pretty simple. The most people I knew that didn't like Negroids or anybody were mestizo people, you know, Mexicans. They did not like Negroids. But now they do because guess what? It's in their favor. You go, oh, no. I'm not going to have no Mayate marry my daughter. That's how they say. I will not have no Mayate marry my daughter. And they talk like that. They do. You Chicanos know what I'm talking about. You might have a taste of it, but you're just a part of it. Because when they go down straight up to the paisas, that's how they think. You know what I'm talking about. But enough talking about these undesirables. Let's talk about our people. Oh yeah, I'll give you 10 cows for my daughter. Damn, that sucks. Your daughter was only worth 10 cows. Oh shit. Boo-hoo. Hey, and she was the ugly daughter. That was the ugly daughter. You only get 10 cows for the ugly daughter. That sucks. That sucks. Because my daughter last week, I sold her for like 25 cows. That's crazy. Pissed me off. And I threw a couple sheep in there. Come on. That bothers me. Actually, I'm getting pissed off. I totally get it, you know? You got to think, those times, they were selling and doing that for a certain reason. Yeah. You sold your daughter for some cattle. I'll tell you this. I'm going to go deeper into the Bible. I'm going to tell you this. They're not going to like this because when you go deeper into the Bible, and you actually talk about Abraham, probably the wisest man that you guys have ever seen. Very interesting talk. And it's not even about skin color. It's just about DNA. So we can go deep into that too. Going into those genealogies of people that were in that time around Anatolia. Very interesting. What do they say about Abraham? He goes, oh, your people will be like descendants like the sea. Very interesting. Very interesting. Is that true though? Abraham wasn't Israeli. He was not Jew. Very interesting. Remember that song? Father Abraham had many sons, and I am one of them, and so are you. Interesting song. They had us sing in school. Father Abraham. But I gave you 10 cows for my daughter. There you go. That's what they did. That's what they said. 10 cows for my daughter. Oh, you look. My phone's about to die, so I'm trying to get some power to it. Trying to get some charge on my phone. Yeah, there used to be a prayer school. You know, I went to a military school, so yeah, we had these little ones we'll do. It was almost like the Awanas, like you do these little prayers. It's almost like a Catholicism. You do little prayers. I remember that. You know, and then we had the first pledge allegiance to a flag It lets you know where your allegiance at. But it's very interesting. I just want to throw this point out here. I know a lot of people aren't going to like this, but I'm going to throw this out here. Actually, I might not do it today. I'm going to wait for tomorrow. Yeah, maybe I should wait for tomorrow. Be a better day. A better day. So we're looking at Telegram. Are we going to do a Telegram? We could do that. That's actually looking at uniting groups of people that have similar ideas or connected to ideas that are the same. That would be great. But I'm not coy to it also. So I would like to start something like that. That would be great. If you guys have your input, I'd like to hear that. Never heard of Telegram, but well, hey, I'm learning it too. So Telegram, I guess you just download it. I send you like an invitation. I don't know how that works. I guess that's how it works. So if somebody knows how Telegram works, let us know so we can set that up. So we can have some type of communication during the day. What's up? What's going on? I guess that's how it works, right? So you get connected with people that are just like you, or that's what they say, right? That's what you want to get it connected to. But it seems like you can get connected to a group that you don't feel connected to. That's what I'm weary about. That's weird. But what would be good if we did that? We can do a whole group, and then when it comes to live streams, we can have moderators on the live stream speaking at the same time, like on a Zoom. That would be great. So that would be something I can look forward to. Something like that. Those that could be on this Telegram, we get close, we get understand each other, then we do like a group, like a Zoom. That'll be good too. Because the more of us that come out and we talk about what, our belief system, which is something that has been around for a long time, that seems like a lot of people are saying no. Why are they saying no? They're saying no because they don't like the idea of white people. That's why they say that. They don't, I'm telling you, the majority of people that you work with, the majority of the people that you're around, if you're in California or the United States, they don't even like themselves. They're whites and they're trying to apologize for being white. Really? That makes me sick. You should be proud of that. I could tell you stories of different Europeans from different groups and tell you their good characteristics, man. Good characteristics of how they do things. Literally. Check this out. The Germans, okay, let's go Nordic. Their boats, they learned how to get the wood and work it with water and bend it. And then after doing that and bending it, they put pitch within the seams so it waterproofs it. And then they make the wood where it's flexible while it's in the waves, that it moves with the waves. That's hot. That's hard. And that's what, how many thousands of years ago? Okay. But guess what? The Americans made it to the moon before anybody else. Okay, that's the story. But the Germans, okay. Okay. Or somebody made it somewhere. Just throwing that out there. Kind of crazy. So if Ganja King and Jeff's still on here, let's get that telegram going. Let's get it going. Drop a comment. Drop your comments. Drop your comment. Yeah. Yeah. Dave? Dave? Well, basically, you know what? You know what? I like the idea of what he's saying, but I would like to have something where we have it to where we could speak during the week. Have something like that. But, you know, I get what he's saying, though. If there's a different type of app, that's cool. You know? If there's a different type of app. I'm not sure. I'm not like... I've been so busy with work, man, that I took a work off technology. Honestly. I feel like I'm like a retard lately. Back in the early 2000s, I used to make computers, man. Now, I'm like, what? It's crazy. So, I want to do something where I can speak with you guys, and you guys can speak with me, and we have groups, and it's good. Without having any, you know, weird stuff. I'm surprised we don't have, like, some weird Negroid or somebody coming here saying, oh yeah, Wakanda forever. I don't know. I usually have that. I don't know. I'm so used to some weird shit. Okay, I'll set up Discord then. They said Discord or they said Discord or Telegram. They say Discord or Telegram. I don't want to make it difficult. Whatever one's easier. Okay, you see this guy right here? This guy right here? This guy's my best friend. But one thing I don't like about this guy that he does is this. You can go like this. Oh, what? See that? You see that? You could put a fresh piece of beef jerky right in his face and he won't even touch it. You know why? He feels like he'll be disrespectful of doing it in camera. He won't even do it. If I put it on the ground right now, watch. Look at him. All right, here you go. You ready? Okay, he didn't go on the ground much. Whoa. Whoa. Okay, now he's like, oh, I don't even want to touch you now because now you're looking at me. So you ran. He left. He's like, forget this. He's like, forget this. I don't want to be a skeptical. You want me to put me in a position where people are seeing me trying to eat. That's weird. Okay. But he has an opinion, right? That's what I'm talking about. So you have these people that feel like now they can say something. That's why I talk about and I do what I do. Think about it. You that are white people, do your thing. Keep being who you are. Love yourself. Learn where you're from. Don't lose that. They want to call your history mythology. That is wrong. Your history is not mythology. They want to tell you that. It's not mythology. They talk about the Greeks. That's mythology. They talk about the Romans. That's mythology. They talk about the Germans. That's mythology. But there's very interesting with those Caucasians that their mythologies are very similar. Did you not know that in the Icelandic sagas, they talk about the Sumerians? How could that be? Read the Icelandic sagas and then you'll know. Read more than the Bible. Read different books. Get yourself into that mode. Get yourself into that place. Eat the meat. Spit out the bones. Chew the gristle. Think about it. That's what I'm telling you. Chew on the gristle. Think about it. These histories, what they're talking about. Hey, God is good. Whatever you're going in your life right now, because I'm going through some stuff in my life too. Everything's going to work out. Everything's going to work out. I understand that, guys. We're all living in California. It's pretty crazy right now. Everybody's tense. But within this time of being tense, it's time for you to just settle yourself and get into that prayer mode, meditation, and pray. Get in that good mode with God. Because sometimes we get so occupied with what's around us. You know what I'm talking about. Hey, Ganja King. Hey, I got you right here, brother. Buzzville, USA. Hey, I know that, brother. I know that. I know that. I know that. Let me tell you, but where I live, it's not like that. White boys over here are different. Hello, Ginger King, my brother. Oh, you're a Ginger King, huh? There you go. There you go. I'll tell you this, though. You live in California, it's a little bit different. You could be in a store with like 8 mestizos and maybe another white person besides you in a store, and one of those mestizos do something stupid like walk in front of you or step on your shoe or something stupid, and you're like, hey, what are you doing? Back up. Calm down. Why don't you say excuse me? And the white guy behind you would be like, hey, why would you be like that? Hey, don't be like that with that guy. Like, we got to be extra special. Yeah. And then they call you a bigot because you're like, hey, you let this little dumbass, you know, yeah, that's just the way it works. California is like that. Whites are not the way they used to be. Or are they really whites? That's the question. White. I figured redder the hair, whiter the skin. Exactly. Diversity kills. I'm going to explain this all day. I could explain it till I'm like all gray. Well, let me tell you this. They say diversity is our strength. Diversity is a white man's loss. That's his destruction. Diversity is nothing to a white man. Diversity is your weakness. Diversity just destroys everything. Diversity hates history. Boston party, eh? Sorry, I had to throw that out there. Yeah, Boston. Yeah, Boston. Sorry, I had a long day, man. I pulled since the morning. I had a long morning. Man, I had this big contract, man. Interior and exterior. I was doing all these Jiffy Lubes, man. It's crazy stuff. I tell you, you work for corporate, not good, not good. Don't do it. Hey, dude, I'll tell you, it's nice to see you too, man. I'll say this. Love your people, but you can't love your people if you don't love yourself. I say this to white people. Love yourself first. Then you can love your people. Come on, man. Everybody gotta love yourself first before you love your people. Before you start speaking. You know what I mean? You gotta have a foundation first. You know what I mean? It's like somebody have a religion, you gotta have a foundation. If you're white, you gotta know your foundation, you gotta know your roots. Let's not go to the trees or the leaves. Let's go down to the root. Everybody wants to go to the trees or leaves. You know why? It's so easy and it's so breezy. It just blows you right by. When you go down to the root, you got to go dig deep. Man, you got to get down to the surface. You got to go under. So when you go under to the root, that's called work. And when you go down to work, oh my God, this is called the truth. So fuck the leaves, fuck the branches. Let's go to the root. What are you guys doing? Where are you going? Let's talk about that. Let's go to the root. Let's go to the root. Very interesting. Let's go to the root. Buttsville. If you guys on here, throw a thumbs up. All right, guys, I'm about to get off. I want to tell you this, man. Hey, at the end of the night, man, we all talk. We see what we got to say. But I'm going to tell you this. You know what you do every day. You know your thoughts. You know what's right and wrong. You know all this. But with you knowing all this, why all this extra shit, right? You ask that question. But why should we ask that question? That's just that creation. You should know something that's already the way it is. If it's already built like that, it's already made like that. For me having to question that, it's not logical. We have glitches, we have bullshit, we have all these things that are in our life that we just need to get rid of, that don't need to be there. Cut it off. Less stress, guys. If you have stress that does not need to be there, cut it off. I'll tell you, my stress are mestizos. They're everywhere. Fuck, I need to cut that off. Let's get it. You guys be blessed. I'm gonna start whatever, a Discord or whatever it's called, a Telegram. I'm gonna get all you guys on there. Let's talk about it. Let's get it. Stay Caucasoid, man. God bless you.